Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Monday, and the date is the 5th of April 2021. Today, we're going to learn about a scientist, a different scientist. Yesterday, our scientist was someone who learned about plants. And what did we call him? What did we call the scientist that learned about plant? Who can tell me? What did we call the scientist who learned about plant? Who knows? Yes, ya Ismail.
A botanist.
Excellent, a botanist. Excellent, well done. Today, we're gonna learn about some scientists who learn about the environment. He goes outside and learn about the environment. So we call him an environmental scientist. Today, we're gonna learn about the environmental scientist. You can ask him a question. Before we ask him a question, can you read, please? Would you like to read with me? If you like to read, please raise your hand. Who would like to read with me? Yes, ya Amir.
Would I read?
Over here, the question, the first question, it's in red.
What do environmental scientists do?
So what does an environmental do? What do you think? He study about what, ya Amir? If we call him an environment,
Harmful affect different kind of environment.
excellent. Thank you, ya Amir. Thank you very much. So an environmental scientist definitely gonna learn about the environment. But this one over here will study the harmful effects to different kinds of environments. So what are the bad stuff that happens to our environment and how they are affecting our environment? Now the next question is, how do environmental scientists help wildlife? Do you think it's important to help the wildlife or not, ya Khalid? Is it important to help the lion, the deer? Really? Okay. So if a scientist know what harm the environment, will he be able to know how to save the wildlife or not?
Yes.
Of course. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Now let's see who would like to read. Let me see. Abdullah Al-Badi, is that you? You want to read? Okay.
Yes, miss.
Okay, can you read for me, please?
How do environment scientists help
Wildlife.
wildlife? We find problems that affect wildlife and people in the environment.
Excellent. So, first of all, they find what, ya Abdullah? What do they find?
Problems.
Excellent. And then continue reading.
Affect.
We figure out.
We figure out ways to solve these problems.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Abdullah. Abdulaziz, can you continue reading, please? Sometimes. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Sometimes who can harm an environment? People. Excellent. Thank you, Abdulaziz. So sometimes people can harm an environment. Yalla ya Salim, please continue reading. For example,
From where?
Here. For example,
Where?
after the yellow line.
After the yellow line? Oh, this one.
Come on, ya Salim, continue reading.
And in the Augustine for
Example.
Examples.
Excellent.
For example.
Excellent, ya Salim. A factory.
For a factory.
May.
Put.
Waste.
Miss a factory, then this one.
May.
May.
Yes.
May.
Put.
Waste in
Stream.
On stream.
Thank you, ya Salim. Okay, so if factory put waste into a stream, what can happen? The fish may die. So this waste can kill a fish. We help the factory find other ways to get rid of waste. Why? Because we need to help the environment. This is what an environmental scientist do. He finds problems and he tries to solve these problems. So now that he found this problem that the factory waste can kill this fish, now he's trying to find out the solution. What question would you ask an environmental scientist? Do you have any question you would ask an environmental scientist? Let me see who's here and wants to ask an environmental scientist. All right, I can see Hattan. Hiya, Hattan. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, my dear. Can you tell me what would you ask an environmental scientist?
I would ask him about, I don't know. I won't ask him. I won't ask him anything.
You can ask him anything about the environment. If he's helping the environment, you can ask him a lot of things. He studied everything about the environment. You don't have any question about the environment? Maybe we would like to know, how did he help the environment? What about this question, ya Hattan? Okay, you muted your mic. How have you helped an environment? Okay, boys, please start writing. Please, boys, I'm going to give you 1 minute to write so we can go to the next page. Okay, boys, let's clear this page. Now let's go next. Let's see, what do we have next? All right, so an environmental scientist will make the environment better. Now let's see how he can make it better. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I want you to write the answer to each question. Question number 1. What do you think is most interesting about what environmental scientists do? What do they do? Environmental scientists, what do they do? Come on, guys. What do they do, environmental scientists? Yes, yes, Salim, what do they do?
They help the animals.
Excellent, very good, yes, Salim. They help to save the wildlife. Excellent. So,
Next time you go, let me see.
Sorry?
Can you go up because I can't see the letters?
Okay, yes. So they help save wildlife. Can you see now? This is number 1. Very good. So number 2, what might be difficult about what they do? How it's going to be very difficult for them about what they do? Huh? What do you think? There is something can be difficult for them if they are studying the environment outside. So something must be difficult. Abdullah, you are not writing. Why? Hi, Asif, tell me. This scientist is studying about the wildlife and environment outside. What could be difficult for them? If he's outside every day, all the time, what could be difficult for him? He's outside all the time. What about the weather? Can the weather be difficult for him? Because it's not the same weather every day.
Yes, it can be like raining.
Yes.
A tornado.
Yes.
Flooding.
Very good.
Typhoon.
Very, very good. Yes, Asif. Yes. So the people who study about the environment, what can be difficult for them is the weather. So the weather can change and be very harmful for them. It can be very hot or cold. So they might find it a little bit difficult. Now, what about number 3? Why are environmental scientists important? Why they are important? What do they do? Why environmental scientists are important? What do they do? Hi, Khalid. What do they do, ya Khalid?
Yes, miss.
Environmental scientists, what do they do?
See them plant and give their water.
Only they grow plants?
No.
What about factories? When they see factories throwing chemicals in the water and the fishes are killed. So what?
That see from the water fish.
Excellent. So they solve problems. Well done. Abdullah, you are not writing why, Abdullah. So let's write all of it. Number 1 and 2. MashaAllah. Yes. So let's do number 3. They help solve problems. Yes, ya Khalid, you are raising the hand.
Miss, I want to show you my plant.
Show me your plant. Show me.
Just 1 minute.
Wow, Khalid. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. It's growing. That's cool. Take care of it. Okay, Khalid? All right, very good.
Miss, you open for me the mic.
Sorry, by mistake. Okay, boys, if you finish writing, just tell me so we can draw. Because I want you to think about being an environmental scientist. I want you to draw what would you like to study. Which environment you would like to study about? Hi, Salim. Which environment you would like to study about?
To help horses and every animal in the world.
Nice, very cute. So you want to study about horses. You can draw a horse then. Let's see someone else. What would you like to do, Ya Abdurrahman? Which environment you would like to study about? Would you like to study about ocean, desert, forest, prairie? You can choose.
Forest.
Nice.
Because I like horses.
Nice. So you can draw a forest. Please start drawing a forest in number 4. Okay, let's see someone else. Hi, Amir. Which environment you would like to study about?
I don't know.
Forest, desert, ocean. Which environment? Think about environment you want to help.
I don't know.
Really? You don't really like animals? All right. I would help the ocean environment. I would help the fishes, turtles, crabs, and all these ocean animals. All right, everyone, I'm going to stop recording.